Before we start, a tiny favor to ask.
If you're listening on Spotify, tap follow. If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe.
It's free and it helps more individual novel fans discover these amazing creators.
Your clicks keep the lights on and the mics alive.
Thanks for joining us today. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Otome Game Podcast. I am Lover's Lance.
And I'm Mori. Today we're talking to the devs from Rose Milk Studio. That's the people behind Salvus, Aries, a hauntingly beautiful Otome demo that begins after the end.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So, for those who are new to your work, can you tell us how you came together and began work on Salvus Aries?
We're real life friends.
So you actually started as a friend group project.
Kind of. I was like, oh, this is a game I'm making. And I just had a picture of Aina. And Kohi was like, oh, if you need a coder, I got you. And I was like, oh. and now she's stuck with me.
Wait, how did you decide to start work on the project?
On Salvus itself?
Yeah. What inspired you?
Oh God. I've been playing Otome games since I was in middle school. On the mobile phone, the apps.
Yep.
I was only a teenager, so I'd be like, Dad, can you go get me an iTunes first? I can buy the route. So I was playing anything I could get my hands on. I'd play the weird stuff on DeviantArt. I would just anything. And then I discovered the console Otome and was like, whoa, I want to make one of my own one day. But obviously that's going to take experience. I've always written, I think I was born writing. I've written lots and lots of fics and this and that. And then I also knew you want to make a game, you're going to need money for it. So I was out of the question for most of it. And then I started working really hard, in Artist Alley or selling merch online. And then I took literally all the stuff I made and I was like, let me make a demo. And I put it into a demo and I made sure to make Salvus something I want to work on forever. I sat on the story and ideas for about a year or two before actually going into getting things made, because I was I don't want to get sick of it halfway through and be oh, I'm stuck with this. So I was really married to the idea. But the idea that kind of triggered inspiration was there's a K-drama called Goblin, and they have Reapers there, and I thought it was so charming that the Reapers were kind of everyday people doing their thing, and then they had their own little work. Well, they didn't really show workplace, but kind of something similar to that. So I really like that enough that I just kind of decided to play with that idea, but make it my own, have the stasis and this world building and create a whole
universe.
Echo universe.
Yeah, universe out of it.
Yeah, you did great, by the way. I felt I watched an anime after I tested the demo. For real. It was very, very rich when it comes to world building and lore and stuff like that. It was very, very nice. And you have a great artist who works with you on the project. The art of the game is very, very, very good.
Yes, Morsian is super talented. I was looking for an artist for quite a while too, for months and months. I kept being who would be perfect? And then I saw one of Morse's art and I was this has to be my artist. And I emailed them please. And they're okay, sure.
Amazing.
Just a quick recruitment.
Yeah, basically.
For anyone who hasn't played the game yet, could you give us a quick overview of Salvus and what is it all about for the listeners? Without spoilers, though.
Okay. I usually call it a slice of death adventure game, right? Because you're starting in the afterlife. The game starts with literally oh, today's the day of my execution. And you kind of see what happens when you wake up. You think, okay, I did everything great in my life. It's no, you screwed up. You're not in hell, but you got other things to do. So it's a game about connections, relationships, finding the meaning of why should I live? Why should I exist? Looking past things you've done to kind of redeem yourself and also find love.
Yeah, love is a central thing in the game.
Yes, I want it to be, because I feel I want to make a game that I want to be a fan of. I want to like give like the romance, but also get the story, like both, like bam, bam.
Maybe before we continue to the story and setting, there's something that we actually forgot to do this time. It's your introductions, guys. Like, our listeners don't really know you. So maybe can you say a sentence or two about yourselves?
Do you want to go first?
Me? I mean, sure. Yeah, so I'm Kohi. My pronouns are any, them. You can even call me it. I'm the lead programmer. I'm the player manager. I do community management as well. Prior to this, I did have experience already in the AA and AAA games industry. So it's not my first rodeo making a game, but it's been very fun working with Esha here, who is also my friend.
That's great. That's very nice.
Wait, so you actually come from some AAA background as well. That's quite impressive.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind sharing with us what you worked on, or it's a secret?
I have my NDA contract signed.
Okay.
So unfortunately...
Okay. Understandable.
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah, the industry's full of them. We love collecting.
Yeah. What about you, Esha? You write, right?
Yes, I write. I went to law school actually, but clearly that's not doing much. So.
I find
Don't
this
worry,
very
that's
funny.
a universal experience. Going to college for one thing and then just working something completely different.
Yeah, this is what happened to me as well. I went to a law school and I studied 4 years out of 5, and I dropped on the 4th year because I realized that I don't want to sell my soul to the devil. I realized that this is not for me. So I went for game development. So I get you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I got the degree and I was like, all right, I'm done.
Well, you went further than me. At least you got your degree. But honestly, it's very useful in your everyday life. I mean,
it is.
You know how to figure out paperwork, which is...
Yeah, that's the best help.
And you help your friends with the paperwork as well. Because you're I'm not
supposed to, but like, yeah, I do.
You'd rather not.
Okay, so getting back on the topic of the game. So Salvus Aries opens with the protagonist at the chopping block, quite literally. She's meeting her bad end in the beginning of the game. Then she awakens in the afterlife where she must serve as a reaper, and I think this is such a striking premise. I wanted to ask you, what made you want to start a love story from the end of it, from death rather than life? What is this?
So that's definitely a nod to like all the webtoons I read. Like, not even only just the Otome isekai genre, right? Where it's like, oh, I died and it came back.
Especially the isekai genre, yeah.
Yeah, like even before that, I think I read like a story called Rifa in high school. Where like, like the kids die, but then they're like in a purgatory school, where they have to kind of like earn like, I think their life back or something. And I thought that like, I like stories like that. Like, I think like they're like ghost teller, ghost theater. I just really like the afterlife shtick. So that's why I chose to do that. I thought it would be fun. And also like, a small nod to the ultimate isekai genre without actually going there. Like, have like, okay, yeah, she did some stuff, she got executed, but like, let's move on. But it'll also still kind of be part of our past, like just to balance. Because I like, I feel like Ultimate Sky is gonna be tired out at some point. Like, I want to make something long lasting. Yeah.
Okay, maybe this is a personal question, but do you guys believe in life after death?
I do.
And do you think it includes sexy reapers?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
Hopefully.
I kind of imagine my death like the Terry Pratchett version.
That would be nice.
Right. Like, all right, let's go.
I also have a bit of a side question. Either of you watched the anime Death Parade? Because the premise playing the game, I was kind of reminded of that.
Yes. I had a death parade cake for one of my birthdays because
my God,
on my birthday, the show finale.
I knew I had smelled the inspiration in the air.
Yes, I loved it.
Especially when you were at whose house was it? Was it Kaim's house, and you were drinking some of the angel booze, angel alcohol. It's like, hey, this reminds me of something.
It probably lived with me. Oh my god, what a time ago that was. Holy, yeah.
So moving on, the world after death in Salvus feels neither heavenly or hellish, well, maybe because it fits right in the middle. So more like this bureaucratic limbo with paperwork, reapers, and work shifts. Oh my god, it follows you after death. So how did you approach building the tone between this dark fantasy and almost supernatural office comedy?
That is a great question. I just spent a lot of time lore building. Like I wanted it to be something like, you still have like these cool things, right? Like this like area or that area where you have like me like try not to spoil like these fantastical elements. But I also wanted it to be somewhere it's like, okay, you have like Kaim's place to like chill, in each chapter where they can like regroup. But I wanted to make it funny because like, Aina is always like sorcery, because she's from
that was
like,
funny.
like lost Victorian child. So like she's like, what's going on? And so I think that comes into it where she's like, what is this? What is that? Because realistically, if you take someone who's like from like, no technology, no nothing, and you just drop them in here, they're like, yo, what is this? I think the characters carry on. And then, paperwork is paperwork. It's a burden in every life.
Okay, so we're continuing. I noticed that there's also this thread of mystery and Aina's missing memories, the hints of the past sins. So tell me, how do you balance telling a love story while unraveling a personal redemption arc?
It's a struggle, man.
Of course.
Sometimes I sit there like, where am I gonna put the romance in? And then I'll think of something like, okay, like I can kind of like put it into, this scene. Because, sometimes you can do like the cute date scenes, right? But then sometimes it's like, no, let's like, we gotta put it in more organically. Like, how do I put feelings in? But like, the thing is, I'm someone who's never really had this type of feeling. Ironically, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, let me pretend to be someone who's been in love. Oh gosh. And like I love like K-dramas. I like shoujo, so I do try to like think of those characters, those moments, right, where there's like sudden chemistry, like the more natural ones, not like, oh, she fell and he caught him, like something that just comes easily, like the moments of best chemistry. Like, I can't even think of them still off the top of my head. Yeah. So it's a lot of that. Like, love isn't always just like a shy touch. It's like this moment or that moment, and then that brings someone together, I think.
Oh, I argue a big chunk of love is just friendship. I mean, I can't imagine being with someone who's not also my friend. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Honestly, Morik, I think that I'm more friends with my boyfriend than everything else. Like, we call each other dude. It's
yep, I know.
Yeah. Or brother, bro. It's not good. Yeah. This is what happens when you start dating your best friend. This is what usually happens.
We call each other dude and bro.
Yeah. And it's awkward in the beginning when you start dating. You're like, is this supposed to happen? What is this? This feels so weird. So yeah, let's get back to your story. It's not my story right now. So your story walks this fine line between tragedy and hope. So what kind of emotional experience do you want players to have when they finish the demo?
I want them on the edge of their seat. Like, I want them to be like, oh my god, like, what? Because it ends kind of on like a bam, like all this happens. But like, obviously, like with the routes, I have to reel it back in and be like, okay, like we get past this. We get past this. Now let's see how, she finds her path with each of the guys. Like, different things will happen in different routes. Because I believe in like different timelines. And like, there will be, discussions about that, sort of, in the game. Mm-hmm. So it's like, even when bad things happen, you gotta bounce back. Like, what's she gonna do? Like, she has to move on at some point.
Now when you say it, when I think about the ending of the demo, I'm like, yeah, bad things happening.
It's like we're trying to avoid saying spoilers, right?
But I was on the edge of my whole existence during the final of the demo. I was very, very, very shocked by everything that happened, and I don't want to spoil this to our listeners, but guys, you have to try this game definitely. If you like stories about life after death and memories and weird shit going on, it's very, very nice.
Yeah, that whole final chapter, like, I wrote the whole demo, like, with that chapter in mind. I was like, I need that to happen.
So working backwards, basically, you had the idea of where the story will be going, and you had to reaching that point.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of writers do that, actually. I've done it before when writing for D&D campaigns, but it's kind of similar principle, and I find it almost like you're discovering the journey yourself. Like, as you are writing, you're, oh my god, what happens next? I know only the ending.
Exactly. I've changed so much while writing. I'm like, okay, wait, this could be better. This could be more exciting. So, like, I mean, I've always had an end goal in mind, but now I'm like, okay, I got to make the journey getting there exciting. Like, I don't want people to sit there and be like, well, like the character, but the route was kind of boring. Like, that's like the main thing I've been trying to avoid.
Yeah, it's a common concern. How is it said? The journey, the ending is only as good as the journey, or how is it said?
Yeah,
I forgot the saying,
really
but you know what I mean. So, I also want to talk a bit about the lore. You have these reapers, angels, purgatory, and upper powers deciding fate of the damned souls. So will we be getting more of that celestial hierarchy in the full game?
Yes, absolutely.
And do we get to see a bit more of hell as well?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, this is straightforward. I love it.
Very direct answers. You know what this reminds me of? Supernatural. Because there they also had angels, demons, and reapers were their own class as well, with their own like dimensions and stuff. Now I'm kind of imagining it like that when I made the association.
Goodness. I've never watched Supernatural.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I tried for like one season, and it's just not my cup of tea. Like, I don't like repetitive shows. I mean, where you basically know what's gonna happen each episode, but it's just with a different entity or different monster, but whatever. It's always the same. It's not my thing.
I love monsters. I love just seeing them.
Yeah. I know. So talking about different shows and different monsters, I think it's time to talk about different characters as well. So, your game gives us a full Reaper squad, and each with their own secret quirks and probably at least 3 or 4 emotional scars. These boys. Character, yeah.
Right, and we've got Aina in the middle of all of this, our freshly condemned main character and newly recruited Reaper. She's clever, kind, maybe a bit too trusting based on what I saw with that scammer in the city. And she's stuck in a group of supernatural coworkers who are a lot. So could you tell us more about her? Let's start with her as a character.
With Aina, she also has her own tragic past. It's like, in the human world, I think it kind of hints like by the end of her life, like she had a lot of things she wanted to do and a strong purpose behind them, and then she gets thrown here. She doesn't remember her time in purgatory. She's like, well, what's happening? But as her memories come back, that's also another battle, because it's like, do you want to even remember the bad things that happened to you, right? It's like, but isn't that a part of you? So a lot of that is her balance, and then the other part is like, I want to do right. Like, I want to, I can't stand by for certain things, then it's like, oh, but did the other person want you to do that? It's like, there's so much balance. Should you listen to someone else when, it comes to doing, the right thing? What do you think is the right thing? How much do you let other people decide theirs? How much do you interfere? So, like, I want people to think about that through Aina's lens.
And I would say that her decisions, especially regarding a certain person during her life, carry a lot of weight.
I wanna ask what Kohi thinks about Aina, because you've been silent and we don't really give you the word to talk that much, so maybe you can share your insights about the main character.
Yeah, so from my own perspective, I think Aina is a very, I guess, candid character. Like, it's not the whole I'm a damsel in distress, please help me kind of ordeal. Like, she knows that she can hold her own ground, but sometimes even in your most, I guess, delicate situation where you're not really sure what decision to make, others can influence that for you. And Aina can, being surrounded by all of these new environments, it can be very overwhelming, and we do see her being swept up a lot by that, but also kind of learning more about herself and bringing her own decision into it as well.
No, it makes perfect
Sorry. Go ahead, Morik, please.
I was just gonna say, it makes perfect sense for a character in her position to be like she's thrown into a completely new environment. Not only is she now dead, it's 300 years in the future. Everything's different. How do you even absorb all of that information? And I guess the best way to cope at the start is to just go with the flow.
And I wanted to share my insights for Aina as well. I feel like she's a little bit spoiled by the boys. And
as she should be.
yeah, true. She's also a big ass troublemaker. Like, she always finds herself in some kind of a trouble. And it's funny. It's funny following her. Definitely. And I mentioned the boys, so I want to go in detail with each of the boys. So starting with Valafar, so he's the calm, older figure with a dry wit and distrust of humanity, and possibly the only adult in the room. So how did you approach writing that mentor-type dynamic there?
I try to pretend I'm a middle-aged man, you know?
How does that work for you?
It's fun. Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, that's Valafar's purpose. He chooses that appearance because he wants to be calming to, like, whenever he, like, has to rape a child. Like, you know, when I was younger, I was always, like, afraid of, like, older, like, you know, guys. But, like, you know, but someone like Valafar, he's a bit more, like, mature. That's someone I'd feel, like, more comfortable with. So that's why I kind of have him present like that. Like someone who, he wants to take care of everyone. He thinks he should take care of everyone. Without spoiling. It's just his character.
So we can say that he's the mom of the group, right?
Yeah, he's the mom. Or the dad, you know, he's everything of the group. Well, yeah, you gotta write, well, you know, you gotta, like, you know, write him calm with, like, a dry wit. You know, he's like sassy, but in a quiet way, mostly.
And then we have Seir. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The angelic baby of the group. Sweet, but maybe a little too honest for his own good. He's got this kind of innocent but dangerous charm to him, and a bit alien due to his angelic nature. So how did you balance his lighthearted character and how in the story we deal with guilt and death?
His story will be interesting. you need a Seir, like, because you have Orias being grumpy, then the other guy's fighting, and then Seir's just like, "Hi, Aina." So much of the lore revolves around him, like the reason, why everyone kind of gels with Aina from the start too, without really spoiling too much. You need that, because I want Salvus to be something like you can play without being like, oh, like doom and gloom. So like Seir kind of like saying like anything that's on his mind, I hope like kind of alleviates some situations, because you have to like stop and think and be like, oh my God.
I also love that he's the one that's providing alcohol to the group. The angel.
The little peddler.
Yeah, very angelic of him.
Jesus made water into wine. I think alcohol is very holy.
Oh, I
Yes, thank
never
you.
thought about that. What is this? No. Oh, dude, I will never unsee that now. Okay. Moving on. It's time for one of my favorite boys is Zephon. So he feels like the energy boost, the golden retriever, the life of the party, but he also feels like he hides real pain behind his jokes. And this eye patch, like, there's something deeper there. So without too much spoilers, or you can spoil a little bit for me, I don't know. Depends on how you feel it. How do you handle the contrast between humor and trauma and his roots?
Oh my god, well, we have like there's a fun demo planned to come out somewhat soon-ish. And I think that'll be an even better answer, but like it does come up. It does come up. Like, it comes up early on because Aina's like, wait, Zephon's always making us laugh. Zephon's always taking care of us. But like, we never really stop to think too much about him. That's also kind of happens at Valafar too, but like kind of in both like two different ways. So at Zephon, you really see like the deep part of him. I want him to resonate with people who have like thoughts that are like mean and awful, but even though they're like good people, but sometimes you think those bad things. So I kind of want Zephon's route to be like, no, like even if you think those things, you're still not a bad person. It just happens. So Zephon will be that balance. So he does try to be good to everyone. Also, as a motivation to stay good himself, to like keep going through life. So it's not only just like, I want to make everyone happy. It's like, maybe if I fake it till I make it, I'll be happy too.
I feel like in the future his road is gonna be funny but not haha. I feel kind of sad for him, but I don't know why. I am interested in understanding why.
When you find out he participated in a certain war, let's say, you kind of have questions.
Morik, we don't spoil.
I said it as vaguely as possible. I was being purposely very, very vague.
True. Okay.
And next we have Kaim, the sophisticated one. Literally the team's paperwork wrangler. He gives off a bit of a annoyed genius kind of boss energy. What makes him fun to write, and what's his dynamic with Aina?
He's fun because he thinks he knows everything. He's great. I like having Aina fluster him because he, his whole life, he thinks of life as one way. So Aina is here to challenge everything he knows, like, on his head. Like, he's trying to figure out Aina. Aina's trying to figure out him. And then in his route, there's a lot of, like, like, they're trying to figure out each other, but they're also, like, trying to balance, like, these things they're feeling for each other, like this electricity. Like, each route I'm trying to play off a different dynamic almost between characters, which is kind of why, like, we're having a spin-off for a character I wanted to give her out at some point, because I was like, might be too similar to Kaim Aina. Kaim's like, he has his own way of thinking, Aina has hers, and it's a clash of ideals, but also like, wait, I'm like, it's an Otome game, right? So they're obviously going to fall for each other. It's going to be like, wait, I like this person, but like, they're pissing me off. Like, why do they think like this? So it's going to be.
So the question is if they're going to understand each other.
Yes. That's the point of the game. Everyone comes to an understanding, even if they like at some point are like, what? Why would you do this? And then it's like, all right, like, I also feel that way. Like, I can see why you did this. I know who you are now.
I feel like Kaim was a little bit of an asshole. That's what I'm going to say. That's at least how it felt for me in my playthrough.
I wouldn't say asshole it's a bit snobbish, maybe.
Oh, it's I feel like he's an asshole because he did a certain thing. That's what I'm gonna say. Because I don't want to spoil. So moving on to my favorite boy, my favorite.
I knew this guy would be your favorite.
Yes, of course, because you know my patterns. I like
know
the
your
toxic
type.
one.
I know every game we've played. You always choose this type of.
maybe there's a reason behind that. Because I have mental problems. Because I like toxic relationships, you know? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, goodness.
Maybe I'm kidding. So, last but not least, Orias. So he's the sharp-tongued perfectionist, maybe allergic to feelings guy. So he'd rather argue with the main character than admit he cares about her. So what inspired his personality? How does that friction play out with Aina?
Oh, oh God. There's reasons for everything he does. And, the demo shows that he's pushing her away. He has his reasons. So that's his intention. He's like, I don't want you close to me because of X, Y, and Z. But obviously you see like how much he cares about Aina, right? So Aina is like kind of like unraveling him like an onion, like, let me see. Like, let me see what's behind that. So that's, you get that push and pull because he's like, you see him be like, okay, just this once. I'll do this just this once. Just one time. It's fine. I'll be okay after doing this. And then he's like, shit. So that's Orias. That's why I think a lot of people like Orias too. But Orias gets his mean side from me. She's fun, right?
He feels like a tsundere a bit.
I was gonna say a lot of people who hate tsunderes actually really like him too.
I actually like him. He's not my favorite, but I do enjoy him because he's obviously trying so hard not to show how much he cares for you.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yep.
It's always the toxic one. Always the toxic one. Kohi, what do you think about Orias? Do you like him?
I relate to him a lot. That gives any sort of
elaborate.
I don't know. Like, he's very honest, and there's not a lot of people who can be as blunt or discourteous as him. And sometimes I can come off that way with some of my closest friends. So I kind of understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, I can also see the notion of where people would be like, oh, you're such an asshole. But he's just being honest.
No.
True.
There's
Kohi about the other characters too. Valafar.
Okay, yeah. Share opinions about each of them.
Oh my gosh. Well, Valafar, I kind of see myself in them as well. I guess a lot of time, it's a running joke, but at the same time, it's at this point not even a joke anymore. But Esha likes to call me father in the Discord server because I'm usually the fixer of issues, being the programmer and coder. And yeah, I usually have an unbiased judgment of things because I don't really see myself siding with anything. And Valafar is in that sense. Zephon is an interesting one. Not to spoil too much, but demo soon. I hope that could kind of explain his funny, witty side. As for Kaim, I was really shocked that a lot of people like Kaim, honestly. Because, but at the same time, I don't, because he has that sort of like smug demeanor about him, and people love confidence. And it really shows with the massive following behind Kaim. So I'm actually enjoying this transition with the characters and who is everyone's favorite.
I think I'll go with Seir. I like him. He's chill. He's
good.
He provides
he brings alcohol.
He provides the alcohol.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if I had to choose a character for myself, I would choose the Angel Boy, honestly. He feels...
He's sweet.
He is sweet, but he's also gives off this relaxed vibe, which I enjoy the presence of people that just feel relaxed because it makes me relax around them.
Well, you probably hate spending time with me then. I'm sorry.
I have visited you enough for you to know that that's not true.
Well, maybe start visiting me more. I don't know. Maybe
come play at my D&D games then.
Okay, fine. Okay, no, we're not doing this in front of people, Morag. Let's continue with our topics. Yes, I'm sorry, guys.
So I love that route kind of feels connected. Like all the Reapers are this chaotic family. It feels like, as I said, it does feel like they're not just friends, they're like a company of people. And was it important for you to show how they interact as a group, not just romantically with the main character?
Absolutely. I definitely want, like, they're all brothers to each other. Like, maybe related, maybe not related, maybe raised together, maybe not raised together. But, like, that's definitely important. Like, how much they all genuinely care for each other. Like, you know, and Salvus talks about how Reapers don't really have friends. They kind of stick to themselves and, you know, get by. But, you know, you have these group of misfits who found each other. So that's important to me. Because even when I was in law school, I was like in a friend group of misfits. And I mean, we all cared about each other. We take care of each other to this day. Like, we all still, like, you don't know each other. So, like, that kind of, like, wholesome feeling, like, I want that too. That's why I also have, like, all these scenes where they're interacting with each other. Sometimes people might think, oh, you know, are these lines really relevant? But to me, filling out character dynamics is important. You know?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because they are people that have known each other way before they met the main character, after all. So they have kind of rich history, and that needs to be represented.
It is important, and I believe that this is how it should be done. I mean, in real world, you're not the center of the universe. People interact around you, not only speaking to you. So this is what makes it immersive for me. And since we are the Otome Games podcast, we have to ask you, so if you had to be stuck in purgatory with one of the Reapers, who would it be and why?
Not Kaim. Kaim would be like, you. Kaim would sniff me. I'd be like, you wrote all this horrible stuff for me. And I'd be like, maybe I'd be with Zephon. Sweet. I like Zephon.
Okay, I can take that. What about you, Kohi?
Definitely won't be around the Reapers. Ironically, I'll be with the other ones in particular. If you know, you know.
If you're saying how, I'm gonna start laughing so hard.
I'll definitely hang around Malthus, if that's any indication.
Oh boy, okay. I do understand what type of a person you are now. I am completely aware. Okay, moving on. Moving on to the art.
Okay, so the visuals, and honestly, they're stunning. Holy crap, the art is good. Very high quality. What inspired the game's aesthetic? If I had to guess, it's probably manhwa, but you go ahead.
I just really like belts. I like chest straps. I like belts. I like suits. For Kaim, I wanted astrologer motif. Seir with the butterfly. I wanted a butterfly motif. I don't even have a proper answer to why. I just, like, it possessed me. More stood Zephon in a Desi direction, which I appreciated because I'm Desi, you know. That was fun. Valafar, you know, the handsome silhouette. I do consider silhouettes a lot. Like, I was working on, I was like, I have like certain shapes in mind sometimes. Morgan's a really good artist, so I gave like really detailed shapes. I was like, I want this, and like they would provide. Wouldn't really have to change too much. Orias originally had white hair, but because I really like white hair guys, but then Aina had white hair, so I was like, oh, okay, we can't really think they're not the same hair color.
Just how the characters have white hair.
Why not? I think that white hair would suit him very well. I like white hair as well, very much.
Good. It's like that some contrast, like here and there. It's very like specific aesthetics that I really like, and then we kind of put them into characters. Malthus, I worked on some of the design, and then my friend helped fine tune it in a sheet for more to draw off of Lucian. I really wanted it to look like a mushroom. I don't know why. I was like, I want a mushroom. So there's like a blue glowing mushroom. So that was like the inspiration. I don't know. There's no answer to this. Sometimes things just possess me, and I'm like, yeah.
Did you send them a mood board with just a mushroom?
Yeah, I sent the mushroom to my friend, but I also wanted like OG style fashion for Lucian. So it was like mushroom, but like make it OG. So that's how he came to be. Malthus, I really like off the shoulder stuff, so that's why I drew him like that. I have like the sketch somewhere. I wanted him to have like the transparent, like high collar thing. Like it was just like things I like into one character.
Yeah.
So I designed him. Just fan service for me.
Well, it's fan service for everyone else as well. I don't know.
Right.
You're saying you like belts explained a lot. Mainly Valafar's... it's not a choker. It's literally just a belt.
Yeah. I like my belts. We have a meme
I have
about it.
What's the meme? Tell me. I like memes.
Kohi made a screenshot of me being like, more belts, more straps. But I misspelled straps to scraps. So then I was like, oh, straps. It's like a little cat.
Honestly, belts and straps are quite nice. And they're useful because you can hang stuff on them. So
we say that as warpers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that sounded out of context a little bit.
Yeah, when you said that, I realized what you meant, but it...
Yeah, it sounded a little bit more fetish than I wanted it to sound. I mean, like,
we're nerds. We're dorks. We go dressed as wizards and shit in the forest.
And that's why belts and straps are very, very useful. I do leatherworking as a hobby. And I do enjoy making different types of belts and straps and stuff like that. So I am in your club. Yeah.
Also amazing when you don't have pockets.
Yeah, like you can hang different bags and stuff. So it's quite useful.
Again, a common issue in Warp, actually. So, let's talk about the voice acting. It really brings the characters to life, honestly. Was it hard for you to choose the right voices for each of the love interests in the MC?
Yes and no. Because, we did auditions, and then there was a lot of them. And then, the thing is, right, if I like someone's acting, but then, I think someone else's voice fit better, I'd have to, earmark them, go through their demo and be like, okay, I can use this other voice to do the other character. So a lot of it was just a mix of that. I spent a lot of time mentally picturing, okay, does this voice work with this character? Kind of just staring at the screen. And then, Marissa's audition, I heard her voice and was like, oh wow, perfect for Aina. Even if it wasn't what I was anticipating. Same with Connor for Kaim. John for Orias was 10 out of 10. I was like, this is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
True. Perfect. Amazing. This guy, he won my heart.
Sound just the right amount of annoyed with your character when he...
Yeah. True.
Exactly.
And also...
Yeah, I'm happy with our cast. Everyone's very talented.
They are. Okay,
I have a question. Did you recorded did they recorded the sessions together, or it was every man for his own? I mean, Morik, help me, please. Please translate what I'm trying to say.
She's trying to say that did each person record separately, or did they get into a call together and interact?
Yes, thank you.
With me or with each other?
With each other.
No, they're individual.
So, I think we can move to the writing and development part of the interview, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, I will add that sometimes I've done, some directing for them, but mostly they got it on their own.
Left them to their own devices.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, oh, can you, adjust this if, needed? But it is fun to direct. I have been getting some experience with that.
Nice. It does come in.
It must be exciting to work with that many voice actors at the same time with different characters.
It's nice that they relay my work well, and then they're nice. They're like, oh well, we like your work, so it's easy to do it well. Oh.
What about you, Kohi? Who is your favorite voice actor from the game? Which voice did you like the most?
Which voice do you like the most?
I have to pick favorites. Oh dear.
You can do a ladder, first place, second place, third place.
Don't really have oh, this is number 1, 2, and 3. It really, for me, is, I guess, the vibe. So I think Aina's behaviors is my favorite, because a lot of the times when it comes to, I guess, female voice actresses or playing the femme fatale in Otome, they usually, at least from my experience in playing games, usually give off this sort of like a very pure heroine type, but Marissa is able to convey the different complex emotions of Aina throughout the game, without spoiling too much, of course.
Yeah,
there are she has recorded. It's fantastic. It captures the emotion. It's guttural. It's visceral. It's amazing.
True. I got shivers, honestly.
You know what?
So
I'm going to say the guard at the beginning of the game that leads you to execution does a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah.
He sounds just like how I'd imagined him. A bit nervous, not confident at all, and in your favor, like regretful for what he's about to do.
Yeah.
I don't really remember, honestly, his voice acting, to be honest.
I remember it starkly. But
so
enough about...
moving to the writing, yeah. Because we're like on the 14th minute, and it's time to hurry up a little bit.
Yep. So the demo already clocks it at about 50,000 words, but the full game was planned to be like half a million. What's been the biggest challenge in developing such a large project?
I mean, in terms of writing, you just I gotta make everything not be a slog, right? Like the pacing is so important. Is this part something that's going to be enjoyable to read? That's like my main thing. Like that's why I've rewritten so much. Like I've scrapped entire like storylines. Like again, like I've always had like the endings in mind, but like the journey is so important. So like for the longest time I was like, oh, let me do this thing, and I'm like, no, it's gonna be boring. And like I have a supernatural game. Let me keep those supernatural elements. Let me not add like stuff that would make things a slog. And then try to get everyone to do their work on time is always the other half of
organizing.
Logistics. It's like, okay, thank you. It's a balance of everything, right? Like getting assets in order, making sure it's coming together well, because I'm like, everyone's working hard with me. I gotta make sure to do my best so their work is worth it. I don't want someone to come away from the game and be like, oh, well, like, the art was pretty, but the writing sucked. Like, I want them to be like, wow, everything was great. The voice acting was great. Like, the story was fun to play through. Like the effects were cool. Everything. Like, if people work hard, I want to work hard for them too.
What about you, Kohi? What was the most challenging thing for you in the project?
Guess, coming from a project management perspective, we all work in different time zones. So I guess getting all of that coordinated together. Me and Esha were both an American, but some of our other folks in the art side might not be. So trying to get everything to fit into piece, making sure that deadlines are met. But of course, I also want to think of the art team as well, because they're literally the individuals who are making the visual pieces of the game. It's a visual novel game. The first thing that a gamer would see is clearly the characters and the backgrounds. So ensuring that we're looking after them as well, looking after their mental well-being. And I'm sure any artist would understand too that an art block might come along, especially if they're trying to conceptualize a CG or a character design, or maybe a background artist might not be entirely within the mindset of creating a specific key piece of a background. And you'll see those throughout the game as well. Some of them have been handcrafted to fit the vibe. So yeah, just making sure that everyone is in that mental headspace to work through the game, as well as making sure that we still meet our deadlines as well. That's sort of a balancing act, but a lot of considerations have to be made as well, because we're all people. At the end of the day, we're human.
Yeah, I understand. Time zones, schedules and stuff could be very, very tricky. Like, I get you.
We especially know that.
Yeah.
Too. Like last week, my body entirely gave out. I thought I had a cold, but it was just literally my body was just like, girl, you gotta rest. So I let myself sleep like crazy to try to fix that. Because I tend to do this full time, right? I wake up, I spend all day like working on stuff, and then I go to sleep, rinse and repeat.
Yeah. But self-care time is important. You need some time for yourself. Maybe not writing, and maybe, I don't know, going for a walk, for example.
Yeah, I did go to a concert the other day. I was like, let me just get out of the house. Let's do something nice.
There is this little trick that I am trying to follow, because I tend to be a workaholic as well sometimes. What I usually do is I ask myself, did I had 15 minutes for myself today? What did I do for me? What if I skipped it somehow? I spend that 15 minutes for myself doing something that I like. That's specifically targeted towards my persona. Maybe braid my hair or read a
something
book.
For yourself,
something,
basically.
yeah, something that you enjoy, and it's not meant to produce anything. It's just 15 minutes of your time towards yourself. It does miracles. Trust me.
True.
Really.
True. I mean, I have my friends taking me out of the house sometimes when I feel like, oh shit, I've been just doing this like nonstop for like too many days. I'm like, can y'all take me out of the house? And then that helps with the reset.
Oh, you have great friends. That's amazing.
Yes, I do too.
So I wanted to ask about your Kickstarter experience. We know that it was super successful, but what did you learn from the process?
Oh, how expensive it is. My God, the fees were way worse than I predicted it would be, which is wonderful. You know, it was a new experience, like, you know, trying to raise the money. And then we had like, someone put like a big amount and then they backed out last second, which is like, fun. I wish I was better about like reminding people about like, that the cards might not have gone through, because like that also like took out a bit of a chunk. So that's like something to know in the future. I would love to just hire someone to do the merch for fulfillment in the future, because I'm like, I am too exhausted to do all that. That definitely took a lot of more time than I thought it would.
No one wants to deal with the marketing, but everyone has to deal with the marketing.
Yeah. The physical aspects of the rewards, like shipping it and the ordering. It's like, okay, that takes up so much time.
The merch shipping sounds, yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was.
I'd love to hire for that next time. Oh my God, it took way more.
That's why most of the people actually do mostly digital stuff lately. Because physical,
it is, but like, I come from a merch background. Like, if I didn't make merch, who would I be?
Okay, understandable. Oh, okay. What about the stretch goals? I am really interested in this Marius DLC. Can you please tell us a little bit about the stretch goals you managed to hit during your Kickstarter campaign?
Malthus, yeah. The Malthus DLC was so funny because I like went to sleep being like, oh, I guess we won't hit it. And then when I woke up a few hours later, I see people like rallying, making posts about like, get Malthus funded. Like, it was so funny. And my friend was like the very last of like up their donation to like cover the final amount because they really wanted Malthus.
That's how you pronounce his name? I kept calling him Matthias.
Yeah.
No, it's Malthus, Malthus.
I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I still like the character though, even though I don't know his name. Obviously.
Also, I'm quite curious, when is the full game planned to come out?
Let's see. I mean, our goal is winter. Like, we'll definitely be rolling out stuff to Kickstarter backers at probably by the end of the year. Like, route, and then, you know, hopefully by end of winter we have like early access with most things done and just like waiting to polish. It's the goal. So let's see if everything comes together. Because, you know, all of us be freelancing.
Yeah.
And, you know, health is important, right? You know, I don't want anyone's bodies to be like, oh, like just to finish something. I'd rather like we all be healthy and happy and finish it instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna die.
So, the response to the demo after the Kickstarter campaign and everything, it has been great. People were praising the writing and atmosphere of the game. And I wanted to ask you, what's that one piece of feedback that really stuck with you?
Honestly, I was like, thank God. It's always like, you know, I try not to think about it, but then I'm like, oh my God, my work is out there in the world. People are reading things I made. Oh my God, like how do they think? So I like seeing people's theories. How about that? Like I never say anything, obviously, but like it makes me happy that there's material that makes them want to discuss, makes them want to think, oh, what is this thing? What is that thing? So that's something that like makes me the happiest.
Nice. And now, after the Kickstarters behind you, what's next? Any surprises players can look forward to as development continues? Maybe a little bit of spoilers, I don't know.
And for the spoilers, it's time for the spoilers.
I mean, we have the Zephon demo planned. I really want to see people's reactions to that. I think some friends call him oomph-coded or something.
Oomph-coded?
Oomph-coded. I don't even know how to explain it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm curious. What does that mean?
Okay, you'll understand it once you play it. How about that?
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, sounds exciting.
Yeah. We have the Rune ASMR coming out. So, we had extra time left in our Rune. He's an angel character, and he's actually going to be in Zephon's demo. Spoiler alert.
Okay. Here we go.
More angels.
Yeah, more angels. So I did an ASMR for him, and then also a Q&A because we had extra time left in our recording session. So I was like, okay, let me fill it out with some fun things. So the Rune ASMR is coming out November 1st. It's mainly for me, right? Like, okay, let me have this thing for like when I'm working on non-writing material. Because when I'm writing, I can't listen to anything but like non-English music or like non-lyric music. But like for when I'm like doing busy work, like Photoshop.
Get that.
I do understand you. Yeah.
I just put on retrowave when I'm writing.
I can't even listen to music with lyrics when I read, honestly.
Yeah.
Because your brain just starts wandering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get distracted. Is the ADHD there?
Exactly. I have ADHD. So
yeah.
It's balancing.
So you understand that. And I admire my boyfriend. He can read everything everywhere. Doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter what the conversation people were having. He just opens the Kindle and reads, and I just envy him so much. Like,
goddamn normal people.
Yeah, like normal brains. What is this?
Yeah. I often just watch streams while I work and code, and sometimes I catch somebody streaming Salvus Aries, and I'm just like, I'm gonna watch that stream and pop in chat, say hi, and then code on the game.
That's very exciting. It must be very exciting for the streamers.
Yeah.
What kind of reaction do you usually get when you do that?
I usually try to keep it low key, but then there have been some times it'd be like, wait, you're Kohi, you coded this game. And I'm like, oh God, I want it to be low key, but
no, do the opposite of low key. Do the witness me. Yeah. I am the creator of this.
I'm the god.
I am the god.
I decide if you're playing or not.
Yeah, but yeah, most times they'd be like really pleased or happy that there's a dev around, but then they get embarrassed because they're like, oh no, I don't want you to see me like get all like mushy over this certain guy. And I'm like, I'm here for it, baby girl. Let's see.
Okay, thank you for sharing that little insight. I'm moving on to the exclusive content part. So this is usually my favorite part of the podcast because, there's always the fun stuff coming there. So for our listeners who always crave this little something extra, can you share one exclusive detail from Salvus Aries? Maybe a fun Easter egg, concept art, or detail most players might have missed, or I don't know, a scrapped idea.
Scrapped idea. Okay. Mr. Arsene Soleil. He might be coming back one day in a future game. My friends warned when I killed him off, but like I wanted to have a phantom thief. I had a whole storyline for Kaim's art. Planned where like, okay, Kaim and Aina, like Kaim was gonna be a fake butler and it was gonna be like a noble lady, and then Arsene Soleil was like this phantom thief that's like there to make Kaim super jealous. It was gonna be this whole thing, and I was just like, I could do this for another game. This is a game about, supernatural stuff. Let me keep to the, lore here. Let me not do this human stuff. Again, that could be maybe in a different game, in another world, with different characters. But like, I was attached to Mr. Arsene Soleil for a very long time. I made me very, very sad when I had to realize I had to let him go. They all say kill your darlings. He was a darling.
Okay, this is quite interesting. We'll see it in a different game, as you said. And
let's see.
Before we wrap up, I am sure, you like to write a lot. I am sure that it's gonna happen.
I hope so.
So before we wrap up, let's check in on our last week's Halloween poll. So lately, we've decided that we're gonna be putting on different polls on YouTube and Spotify, and I want to comment on them in the podcast. So last week, our poll had this question: which gothic archetype would steal your heart?
And the results are in, and honestly, kind of surprising, but not surprising at the same time.
So vampires took the lead of 37%. This, it's not a surprise to me. They have a ethereal charm, tragic eyes, perfect lightning. I mean, who can resist a little neck drama out there?
And honestly, after the Twilight movies, I'm convinced that's just the most appealing gothic monster out there. But
I am currently rewatching Castlevania, by the way, and
don't get me started on Castlevania right now.
I am into vampires again.
2 posts with 30%. Apparently, everyone's in love with that lingering feeling from beyond the grave.
And demons landed at 22%, which shocked me, honestly, and I expected them to be top of the charts, so because they got this attitude and eyeliner, and this usually works. I don't know. I was surprised.
Actually, the most surprising part was that goddamn werewolves were in last place. I thought they were the competitors to vampires, but apparently no one's into the good boys anymore.
Okay, so what about you guys? If you had to date one supernatural being, who would you pick?
Vampires.
Okay.
You're just adding to the top of the poll right now.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I get you, but Jacob, before they ruined his character, was way better.
Wait a second, Morik, you watched Twilight?
I'm watching Twilight right now with a group of friends.
Okay, I am surprised here. What about you, Kohi?
Yeah, what?
I'm definitely down for a good succubus, TBH. I love women, and I love succubus.
Well, we don't have that in the poll, though. Can you choose one from the
cheating,
poll?
But
is it
honestly,
the vampire,
no.
ghost?
We do
werewolf?
have that in the poll. Demons. Succubuses are demons.
Actually, succubus goes into the demons category. I am sorry.
Yeah, definitely a demon.
Yes.
No worries.
Okay, so I'm gonna accept your answer. Fine.
Yeah, demonic women. I love them.
True.
That's
Sexy.
a great answer. However, a very dangerous answer because they know they're attractive and they use that against you.
Let them destroy me. I am okay.
Yeah. So, by the way, guys, our next poll is gonna be up on Spotify and YouTube. So please vote when you see it. It's gonna be interesting to comment it with the next guests. And before we say goodbye to each other, do you have any final words for our listeners?
Play the demo. Zephon is really cool, guys. So he's fun.
Not both of us saying play the demo at the same time. I'm gone.
That's very
brain
cute.
cell alignment.
We share one brain cell.
Yes, I'm the other half.
Yeah, play the demo, guys, please. The whole demo. We worked hard on it.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat you and say to our listeners, go try it out. It's very, very nice, and it's also long for a demo, so you have plenty of stuff to read and enjoy.
This has been wonderful, honestly. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing a glimpse into Salvus.
Thank you for having us.
For having us.
So you can play the game, actually the demo on itch.io, support Roll's Milk Studio, and follow them for updates on the full release.
You've been listening to Lovers, Lens, and Morik from the Otome Games podcast.
Until next time, may your endings always be good ones, or at least interesting, I don't know.